The Frog Prince and the Selfish Princess. Once upon a time, in a kingdom nestled deep within an ancient forest, there lived a young princess whose beauty was renowned throughout the land. Her hair shone like golden sunlight, and her eyes sparkled as brightly as the clear summer sky. Among all her possessions, she treasured one gift above all others, a magnificent golden ball that gleamed and glittered whenever she tossed it into the air. The princess spent many happy hours in the palace garden, particularly near an old stone well at the garden's far end. Day after day, she would throw her precious ball high into the air, laughing with delight as she watched it catch the sunlight before catching it again in her hands. One warm afternoon, as she played her favorite game, disaster struck. The ball slipped from her fingers, bounced once upon the well's stone edge, and with a loud splash, disappeared into the dark water below. The princess peered anxiously into the depths, but the well was so deep that she could see nothing but darkness. "Oh, my beautiful golden ball!" she cried, tears streaming down her cheeks. "If only I could have you back again, I would give anything in the world." A strange, croaking voice startled her. "Why do you weep so, princess?" She looked around and saw a frog sitting at the well's edge, his bulging eyes fixed upon her face. "It is my golden ball," she sobbed. "It has fallen into the well, and I shall never see it again." "I can fetch it for you," said the frog. "But what will you give me in return?" "Oh, dear frog," the princess replied eagerly, "I will give you jewels and pearls and even the golden crown I wear upon my head." The frog shook his head. "I have no need for your riches. But if you will promise to let me be your companion, to sit beside you at table, to eat from your plate, to drink from your cup, and to sleep upon your bed, then I will dive down and bring back your ball." The princess shuddered at the very thought. A slimy frog at her table? On her pillow? Never. Yet she longed so desperately for her toy that she answered quickly, "Yes, yes, I promise. Whatever you ask." But in her heart, the princess had no intention of keeping her word. At once, the frog plunged beneath the dark water. Moments later, he surfaced, pushing the golden ball up onto the stone edge. The princess snatched it joyfully and, without another thought, ran back toward the palace. "Wait, princess!" called the frog. "Take me with you as you promised." But the princess paid him no heed and disappeared through the garden gates. That evening, as the royal family gathered for supper in the great hall, a strange sound echoed through the chamber. Knock, knock, knock. Someone was at the door. The princess rose to answer it, and there, sitting upon the stone step, was the frog. "Princess, open the door," he called. "Do you not remember your promise by the well? Let me sit beside you and eat from your plate." The princess turned pale and slammed the door shut, hurrying back to her seat. "What troubles you, my daughter?" asked the king, noticing her distress. "There is a frog outside," she said quietly. "He says that I promised he could eat with me, but I do not want him here." The king's face grew stern. "A princess must keep her word, even to a frog. Go and bring him in." Reluctantly, the princess opened the door. The frog hopped across the marble floor, up to the long table, and said, "Lift me up beside you." Against every wish in her heart, she obeyed. The frog sat next to her and demanded, "Now push your plate closer that I may eat as you do." She pushed the golden plate forward, and the frog ate heartily of her food. He drank from her goblet and left wet prints upon the fine linen. The princess was disgusted, but the king only nodded gravely, watching to ensure she honored her promise. When the meal was finished, the frog announced, "I am weary now. Take me to your chamber that I may sleep upon your bed." "Father, must I truly allow this creature to sleep near me?" the princess pleaded. "A princess must keep her word," he replied firmly, "even to a frog." With a heavy heart, She carried the frog upstairs to her bedchamber. She placed him upon a silk cushion by her bedside and lay down as far from him as possible. "I am lonely down here," said the frog after a moment. "Kiss me good night, princess, as you would a dear companion." The princess trembled with horror. Kiss a frog? Never. Yet her father's words echoed in her mind. A promise must be kept. She squeezed her eyes shut, bent quickly, and pressed her lips to his cold, damp skin. In that very instant, the frog vanished, and in his place stood a handsome young prince with kind eyes that shone like stars. "Who are you?" gasped the princess in amazement. "I was a prince," he explained gently, "enchanted by a wicked witch's curse. Only when a princess kept her word and kissed me could the spell be broken. You have set me free." He took her hand and asked, "Will you come with me to my kingdom and be my queen?" The princess, seeing the goodness in his eyes and understanding at last the value of keeping one's word, smiled and answered, "Yes, I will." The next morning, a magnificent carriage arrived, sent from the prince's kingdom. Driving it was his loyal servant, Iron Heinrich, whose heart had been bound with 3 iron bands to keep it from breaking with sorrow while his beloved master lived under the terrible curse. "Go well, my child," said the king, embracing his daughter, "and always remember to honor your word." The princess climbed into the carriage beside the prince, her heart full of joy and newfound wisdom. As they rode away, a loud crack rang through the air. "What was that sound?" asked the princess in alarm. The prince smiled. "It is Heinrich. His heart is so full of joy that the iron bands around it are breaking free." And so the prince and princess rode away together to his kingdom, where they were married in a grand celebration. They ruled wisely and well, and lived happily ever after, always remembering that a promise made must be a promise kept.